Shabbat Shalom, family. Peace, everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Jackie Selah. Just wanted to touch base with the family real quick on this beautiful Sabbath. I hope you and your family are enjoying it. Please, if you're not, please start. This is our holy day set apart, and it's so important that we get our rest from the BS that goes on all week. We could put this week behind us, start off fresh, get rejuvenated, all under the power and glory of our Mother and Father above. All right, so getting on with this video, I just want to touch base with y'all regarding like some of my videos that I've done before. They have to do with meditations that involved deep breathing. It involves focusing on specific things. It involves 432 hertz music. And I just wanted to give a little bit of explanation as to why I do that. Um, Deep breathing is a technique that I used more so previously because I used to experience anxiety or I get stressed out easily, usually around my job, you know. As I've said many times, I don't like having my jobs. Even when I get a job that I like at first, eventually I wind up hating it because, a lot of things just have to do with bullshit. And when you really look at what your job is, you see it's more than, yeah, in a lot of cases, just unnecessary bullshit. But anyway, so I would feel stress and anxiety, and I just learned to do some breathing techniques that really help me. I don't really have that issue as much now, and I'll tell you why. But let me start off by just going into a little bit about the benefits of deep breathing, what it does for you. This is an article. It's from Harvard Health Publishing. This is healthharvard.edu. It's from July 6, 2020, and it's called Relaxation Techniques. Breath control helps quell errant stress response. And errant means just kind of stray away from the proper way of how things are supposed to go. So it says, the term fight or flight is also known as the stress response. It's what the body does as it prepares to confront or avoid danger. When appropriately invoked, the stress response helps us rise to many challenges. But trouble starts when this response is constantly provoked by less momentous day-to-day events such as money woes, traffic jams, job worries, or relationship problems. Health problems are one result. A prime example is high blood pressure, a major risk factor for heart disease. The stress response also suppresses the immune system, increasing susceptibility to colds and other illnesses. Moreover, the buildup of stress can contribute to anxiety and depression. We can't avoid all sources of stress in our lives, nor would we want to, but we can develop healthier ways of responding to them. One way is to invoke the relaxation response. Okay, and it says through a technique developed in 1970s at Harvard. But deep breathing, um, obviously, we've been doing it since man was on Earth. But your body also has a natural way of invoking deep breathing, and that's called a yawn. All right. This last paragraph says breath focus is a common feature of several techniques that evoke the relaxation response. The first step is learning to breathe deeply. So I'm going to stop that right there. Again, that comes from Harvard Health Publishing. That's one, I guess you could say, expert if you want to take them as experts. Me myself, when it comes to holistic type stuff, even though I read from the article, I really like Dr. Bobby Price. He's a plant-based nutritionist. He's an exercise physiologist and a doctor of pharmacy. And he also has many videos on YouTube. So if you want to check him out to help you get through some detox techniques, also deep breathing techniques, how to eat food is medicine type of thing. I really like this brother here. So again, deep breathing is a really powerful method. First of all, when you take in a deep breath, if you want to sit up straight when you're doing it, because sometimes when you get the oxygen like you properly should be getting it, it might make you dizzy. So if you're sitting, you want to sit up straight. And when you take in a deep breath, it causes your diaphragm to flatten, which allows your lungs to expand. Um, which is really healthy way for you to get in that oxygen, for it to get into your cells, because that's how your cells rejuvenate, with that oxygen. It will help regulate your nervous system. It's going to lower your blood pressure. um, and the other thing that you need to remember is that a lot of us, we think holding in our stomach is cute, but when you are constantly holding in your stomach, you are only doing a shallow breathing. And when you do constant shallow breathing, that tells your body that you're under stress. And when your body feels like it's under stress, it's going to invoke your sympathetic nervous system. That's your fight or flight. It's going to increase your cortisol hormones, which wreak havoc, on your body when you don't need the cortisol, and you're constantly getting filled with cortisol, and that creates glucose, and all kinds of things happen. So there's really a good reason why you should take the time to regulate your breathing. Make sure that you're breathing properly. You are filling up your lungs. When you breathe, your stomach should go out. When you inhale, your stomach should go out, and when you inhale, it should come in. So, um, and that's something you might have to practice if you got out of the habit of breathing properly. But at the least that you could do is sometimes just take a few minutes, sit down, especially if you're feeling stress, um, or even if you're not. Just take a few minutes, y'all. Take in some deep breaths. Take the opportunity to refocus your mind. Always focus on the Most High, or something that's beneficial to me, something that's good, something that's going to make me uh, feel more powerful. All right. The last thing that I wanted to say, that also when you fill your body with the oxygen that you need, your body is like, oh, thank you. And it's going to reward you with dopamine, which is going to make you feel good. So deep breathing, when you do it properly and you do it on a regular basis, is going to be beneficial to your overall well-being. It's also the way that your body, and one of the ways that your body detoxifies is through your breath. That's why when you wake up in the morning, your breath might stink. It's because you haven't been talking and coughing and doing all those kinds of things to release those toxins through your breath. Um, so, again, taking in that deep breath and allowing the toxins that are in your lungs or whatnot to come on out. All right. So, just wanted to share that with y'all. Um, And then one thing that really helped me is, as you know, your girl likes her scriptures. I like those Hebrew scriptures, y'all. And like I said, I used to always, you know, feel anxiety or some type of stress around my job. And finally, I just got tired of it. I got tired of complaining. I got tired of feeling that way. And this is where the Most High and I'm a wisdom took me. It took me to Ecclesiastes, and Ecclesiastes is said to be written uh, by or about King Solomon. If you know anything about Solomon, you know that he was King David's son. He was known as wise, he was known as extremely rich, and a very well known and popular king. The scripture here, 1 Kings 4, it says about Solomon. And the Most High gave Solomon, and this is in verse 9, and the Most High gave Solomon wisdom and understanding exceeding much, and largeness of heart, even as the sand that is on the seashore. And Solomon's wisdom excelled the wisdom of all the children of the east, and all the children of Egypt. For he was wiser than all men, than Ethan the Ezrahite, and Heman, and Calcol, and Darda, the sons of Mahol, and his fame was in all the nations round about. And he spoke 3,000 proverbs, and his songs were 1,005. And he spoke of trees, from the cedar that is in Lebanon, even unto the hyssop that springeth out of the wall. He spoke also of the beasts, and of the fowl, and of creeping things, and of fishes. And there came of all peoples to hear the wisdom of Solomon, from all kings of the earth who had heard of his wisdom. So King Solomon, you know, was blessed by the Most High with wisdom about many things. And he was well known for that wisdom. And I just want to take this time again for those who have not taken the opportunity to get to try to connect scripture to real life. I really encourage you to do so, because when you do that, when you know that these are real people, this is not a myth, it helps bring the scriptures even more alive. All right, so Ecclesiastes. I read the book of Ecclesiastes, and I read it with my discernment and with wisdom sitting by my side. And it really opened my eyes. And I mean, I'm telling y'all, I hate my job so bad. That's like all I complain about. I feel sorry for my friends and family because I just constantly complain. On Sunday, I would get sad. But I read Ecclesiastes, which I had done before, but this time it was with a different intention, and I needed something different from it. So I highly encourage you to read the whole book of Ecclesiastes. Um, I'm going to start it off. This is from the JPS to 1917. It reads, "The words of the Koheleth, the son of David, king in Jerusalem." Koheleth means preacher. "Vanity of vanities, saith Koheleth. Vanity of vanities, all is vanity." And Solomon is going to go on to talk about how he has all the riches, all the women, all the land, all the vineyards. He's full of wisdom. He tried just having fun to see what was the purpose. Um, and he starts off by saying it, and he's going to end by saying the same thing, that it's in vain. Let me break it this way. This is the same verse, but it's in the New International Version. The words of the teacher, son of David, king of Jerusalem. Meaningless, meaningless, says the teacher. Utterly meaningless. Everything is meaningless. And really, he's just speaking of in this world. Y'all know, I'm speaking to the children of Israel, the 12 tribes. Y'all know this ain't our shit. We living right now in Esau's world. It ain't our world. So if you stressed out about anything in this world, King Solomon, the wisest man on ever known on the earth, has told us is meaningless. And if you think about it, it is. Because this ain't our world, y'all. Everybody, even if you're not the 12 tribes, you can see this stuff is ending. It's crumbling. It's falling apart. It's about to be over. It's up. All right. So if you're stressed out, I need you to do some deep breathing. Meditate. Meditate on our scriptures. Meditate on our Father. Meditate on our future. Meditate on Torah. You hear me? Say that with a high. It's just, I'm your sister. All right. So, with that being said, I want to say Shabbat Shalom to everybody. Um, Enjoy your Shabbat. It's our set apart day. My name is Jackie Selah. I'm a descendant of the people of the Hebrew Scriptures, the Israelites. By word, American Indian, Tamara Khan, Indigenous American, Bone Thug. I give all honor and praise to the Most High, our Mother and Father above. Shabbat Shalom.